everyone, it's Electro here. Today we're reviewing the Equinox Burst, the gun that I like most out of the Planetside arsenal, because I like burst weapons, and this one's a little unusual for a burst weapon. It's not bad. It's actually good. If I had to say so myself, but basically, if you guys want an overall gist of this weapon, it's a burst fire weapon that retains the exact fire rate of the default weapon rate in a 2-round burst, yet it's more accurate, the same damage and the same range. Basically, you're getting a buff, except for it's a burst fire, which can be taken as a nerf if you wanted it to be, but it's free stats, so I'm pretty sure it's the exact same, so except for the burst fire factor and the accuracy. Let me show my proof of concept. You might hear a little gas in the background, or water, whatever that is my dad. So the Equinox Burst has 698 rounds per minute, both of them do. Their muzzle velocity is both 615 meters per second. They both reload at the exact same of 2.2 second long reload and 1.75 second short reload. They have the same ammo capacity of 30 rounds per magazine in 210 reserve, or 7 total magazines in the reserve. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The hip accuracy of the Pulsar VS1 is 1.5 over 2 over 2.5. Now, this hip accuracy is 2 over 2.5 and 2.5 over 3, which is one tier worse. Now, this aim accuracy is 0.1, 0.15, or 0.1 over 0.15, 0.1 over 0.25. Now, all of these stats here are 3 tiers better than the first one, happening to be at 0.06 over 0.08, 0.06 out of 0.0 or 0.13. And then they're both at 1.35 iron sights zoom. But now here's one of the differences: is the automatic and 3-round burst modes. And then there is the damage ranges. They are basically the same. 143 damage over 10 meters for the maximum damage. 125 damage over 60 meters for the minimum. We talk about attachment differences. So this can equip 1x through 4x with a 2x reflex and an iron V scope. It can also equip a foregrip, dark light flashlight, and a laser sight, and a flash suppressor and suppressor. An Equinox Burst can equip the same sights, 1x through 4x including iron V, and 2x reflex, foregrip, dark light flashlight, laser sight, a suppressor, a flash, and a flash suppressor, but it has an additional option to have high velocity. This gives you, this reduces your maximum damage by 2 meters, but increases your minimum damage by 20 meters and your velocity by 5 meters. This will bump up your damage ranges from the shots required from a, let me do the math here, 7-shot to kill down to 8. So I'm pretty sure it's a 7-shot to kill at the maximum damage, and a 9-shot to kill at the minimum damage. So, in between that all of that, there's an 8-shot kill. And this, and if you bump it up, it actually changes the damage value required. It changes the damage value. Because, basically without it, you don't have the 8-shot kill range. Without the high velocity ammunition. It's only by a little. It only gives it about 15 more damage, but that 15 more damage equates to 1 shot less to kill, which is pretty good. Now, you're not going to be fighting it at 10 meters, let alone 8 meters, so does it matter really that to have your maximum damage? No. But to have your damage in between the minimum damage buffed is worth it. Basically. And your overall range. I think that's worth it. So now let me show you guys this gun in action, the style I like to play it on. Well, while I'm doing this, I will tell you guys about if I recommend this gun to you. Basically, your play style. Now, this is one of my personal favorites that I ever did find weapon. Because it allows me to stay moving with a long-range advantage. If you use it right. This is not good for running gun loadouts, but that's sort of the principle. It's a loadout for someone who constantly likes to change location at long range. Say a sniper, if you were to take a role of a sniper but want the advantages of a medic. So you can heal yourself or play support in case one of your teammates die in a squad. Those are all things you can take from this gun. You can also kill people and reload at a very quick time. The default Vonu weapon reloads really quickly. But most long-range weapons get a little bit more reload time. This gun does not suffer any of that. Also, this gun is, it has a 8-shot kill range. Unlike some guns, which is just a 7 and a 9-shot kill radius. So that is recommended if you do get high velocity ammo. If you do get a laser sight, you are able to hip fire this thing. It's not recommended, but I've found myself doing it because the fire rate is suitable for this. Fire rate is capable of definitely allowing you to hip fire the thing. And since it's a 2-round burst, these shots driven into the head at close enough quarters will allow you to do a lot. So, some tips on this weapon. Always aim for the head. This gun is a Slayer killing gun because it's a burst gun and it has rechamber time in a combination to that. If you want to fight guns with high fire rate like that, which I almost got the kill on it. Almost. I think that was the trap, which has slightly higher fire rate. It's a 3-round burst and does more damage. More suited to that role that I was facing in, but again, I'm not going to blame everything on that. So, if you really want to compete with people at close quarters, you need to aim for the head. Another thing is get a 3.4x scope. It doesn't matter which, because they're both accurate enough. As you can see, I am hip firing a lot, which I probably shouldn't be doing, but I was at the optimal range to do so. Another thing is that, because this gun, every every two bursts, this gun will have a kick to the right. Not a big kick to the right, but it will throw your shots off at around the 40-meter mark. For those in America, I think that's like 120 feet, so... I think that's 120 feet. Yes, I am American. I just don't know these measurements myself. So, yeah, I don't know how to convert meters into feet, but I've act completely accurately. I'm pretty sure it's a 3 times multiplier. Another tip is use this gun and use it like you would with a semi-automatic sniper rifle or the trap. If you've used the trap or any semi-automatic sniper rifle, you know the principle. Because you can and a bolt action, because you kind of want a bolt action to compare it to. But you need to have your enemies at long range miss. And what I'm gonna do now is a great example of this. If there's enemies here. So this is just jumping back and forth, waiting for an enemy to get here, so I can hit fire them, but while I'm midair and they can follow me, and etc, etc, etc. Like so, but what you want to do with an enemy is you want to flank, or you want to always move left and right. Never give your opponent a straight chance to do anything. Anything at all. You always need to move with this weapon. Doesn't matter how much. And if you are having some trouble with hip firing this weapon, or even headshotting hip firing if you're really close quarters a lot of the time with this weapon for some reason, or you're trying to make this weapon all around, then you can get the laser sight. It is a viable option. Most would not recommend it, but it is viable. Also with this gun, since you do want to stay mobile, you do want at least a level 4 healing tool. The reason why it's so recommended that you have a level 4 healing tool, as opposed to, having at least a level 4 instead of, having any lowers, because you need to stay mobile. The higher the level it is, the more mobile you can be, so the less time you're spent reviving people, or one specific person. Level 6 is highly recommended. This is why I'm currently working to upgrade that right as we speak. And when I'm recording the video, I'm trying to upgrade it. Because the time on this is not very fast. Also, as you can see, you're gonna have to get used to a little bit of recoil for this gun, since recoil is above average just a little bit, since it's a burst weapon. With one minor kick to a burst weapon. Haha, okay, I'll stop. Since you always have to deal with the first shot recoil multiplier, no matter what. The lower the burst in the burst gun, the more first shot recoil multiplier you'll have to deal with. A 2-round burst will have to deal with it every other shot. Like this. I'm pretty sure it's a 2-round burst, right? Wait. Let me check real quick. I can't even check what gun this is. But you gotta compensate for the burst. For the burst of it. The initial kick is high, is not very high, but you're gonna deal with it often. It is a 3-round burst, I'm pretty sure. Actually. It's normally you want to burst 4 times with a weapon like this. So yeah, because you're gonna have to burst 3 times to actually down your enemy at basically any range. Yeah, you're gonna have to burst 3 times to down your enemy at any range. It doesn't matter which, you're still gonna have to burst 3 times. Which shouldn't be too hard. Also, here's a nice recommendation. Have a nice sidearm. The better sidearm you have, the higher chance you're gonna have of surviving. Huh. Whoa, good. And that T7 chain guy landed. Also, you're gonna have to learn your ranges with this gun, and this gun requires a huge tactical lesson. Since this gun is has a lot of trigger time things, so reload is after every single kill. Will be the first part. Know your boundaries of which targets you should kill and which ones you shouldn't. Basically, if you're a sniper, you should know. If you've been a sniper and you've been someone with a shotgun or anything like that, a CQC weapon, you should know what I mean, because they generally have limited ammo. If you've been both of these, you should know what I mean, because you have to apply both skills into a weapon like this. You need to conserve ammo, reload as much as possible. You need to know your boundaries. You should probably get some practice with sniper rifles, unless you know what you really know what you're doing with the long-range carbine. Yes, I said carbine. You should probably get a carbine first, because really this thing is good, but the Pulsar C, it's also really good. Now I don't know which one's better. It's all probably personal preference. I'm getting double max, but I think this gun is neck and neck with the Pulsar C. One of the pretty much the only carbine most long-range soldiers use. Because they see that 167 damage and little rare and Bonnie weaponry, and it's, you know, increased accuracy, high damage, always nice. So I'm about to rank up. This is a new Bonu account, by the way. This is my new one. Same username as before. I just need 3 more certs and I'll go do some upgrades. So with this gun you need to know how many times to burst exactly. And when you're using a heavy shield target, I think you gotta burst 5 times. And if they're using nano wave, you might have to burst 6 times. really, you'll have to learn how many times it's a burst, since this gun is a burst weapon indeed, and it's similar to most weapons, since most burst weapons, I meant to say, since most burst weapons are 3-round burst, not 2 or 4. There's not a 4-round burst gun in the game, I'm pretty sure. If there were, that would be nice. I just need one more certification point, and I can go show you some of the upgrade paths recommended with this gun. And then I'll stop the video here. Okay, I have enough certification points. Also, this gun allows you to pick a wide variety of scopes, but not 6x. So if you're looking for the 6x mythical scopes that are pretty hard to find in this game, don't pick this gun. But it's just a scope difference, really. I'm using 3.4. It's fine. It's good enough. So, yeah, as you can see, I just brought that up to level 5, and yeah, my last upgrade will be that right there, with all of my, what do you call it? With all of my certs that I get from leveling, I'm going to invest into that. So this is not ideal. You should, well, actually no, that is a good investment. You know why? Because you want to regen on the go. You want as many regeneration items as you can get, because you're at range, you're not being as full class. So, you want the nano regeneration shield, you want to also have medkits. You might want healing grenades, but frag grenades are very tactical. An ammunition belt is advised. I'd probably stick with the Beamer, but if you really want, you can put the Manticore. Because I think the Manticore is just a little bit better than the Beamer. That's personal opinion. And then the Commissioner is the best. So, if you have the Commissioner, go ahead and get it. This is basically my loadout, and if you want to get a suppressor, but I wouldn't because it's at long range. You probably shouldn't get that suppressor since it's long range. Well, I'll leave you there. I'll gather some more certs and I'll show you this loadout.